Okay, we're going to start on our conclusion for the semester-long financial statement analysis project. And as you can see, there are just 3 requirements. And so on the stock page, we're going to go to the stock page. We're going to create a graph of the stock prices that we have gathered during the semester. So I'm going to go to my stock page. And here are my prices. So let's look and see how we would create a graph. And we'll create the graph right over here. So we're going to go to Insert. All right, we're going to do a chart. So we're going to go up here and you can see Insert Line or Area Chart. We're going to click on that. And we want a 2D line. You never want to make 3D graphs. They're very difficult to see. So we're going to go ahead and pick that. We're going to move our chart over here. And then you can see it automatically picked this area. But I don't want the whole area. I just want this area right here. So I'm going to double click on the chart. And I'm going to go to Select Data. And I'm going to take off the cumulative difference and the percent. And click OK. And now I have my chart. Here's my price for each date that my stock. So you can see for me, I went way down in the semester and then I'm almost back to even. Actually, I think we could actually move that closer. So I'll put it right there. On here, I want to pick, I want to put my name of my and then I'm going to put stock price. So we just want to have a nice title. And here's my line. So we've just created a very simple chart. I'm going to save my file. If I had 100 shares at the beginning and sold them today, what would my gain or loss be? So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Go back to my sheet. I'm going to create a new sheet. Move it to the end, and I'm going to call it Conclusion. Oops. Keep wanting to put a T in there. And I'm going to paste my question in there. Get it all in one row. And I'm going to bring this out a little bit. Let's word wrap it. This is number 2. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stock price at beginning. And my stock price, actually, let's do it this way. It'd be better if we do it this way. Let's do end first. And then our stock price at the beginning. And then the difference. And then we're going to times 100 shares. Just put this, and let's make that a small x. Okay, let's justify these. All right, so what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to my stock sheet, and I'm going to name this stock end and stock beginning. You could also name it stock bought and stock sold. That would be appropriate also. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go equal to stock end and equal to stock beginning. And then I'm going to, so I lost $2.15 a share. So if I multiply that by 100, I would have lost $215. So I'm going to go ahead and format this all as dollars. And there's my loss. Loss on stock sale. Kind of not very exciting. Wish I hadn't lost that money. Okay. Again, I could have held on maybe and made some money. Let's go look at the next. On a tab named report, write 3 to 4 paragraphs describing the state of your company. Would this make a good company to invest in? So I'm not going to write this report for you. I'm going to show you how to create the tab. Oops, only need one of these. And then I'm going to talk you through some of the things I might say in my report, because my report will differ. So I'm going to go all the way back to chapter 1. And I'm just going to look at some of the things. So one of the things I'm going to do is say, my assets increased. That's a good thing. My net income increased. That's a good thing. So I might write, about my assets increasing and my income increasing. And chapter 2, we talked about net income and retained earnings. And I would go up here and say that it looks like my company's expanding. It did invest, and it did have positive cash flow from operating activities. And I would mention some of those numbers when I wrote. And then I would look at the differences between net income and cash flows. So my cash flows actually went up. That's a good thing. And my net income went up. My retained earnings went up. Now, my percentage net income of revenues, I would say that's a dead even. It would be nice if it went up, but that's not a big deal. So far, I'm very positive about this company financially. Chapter 3, again, all my ratios stayed pretty much about the same. So I think it's a very stable company. And if I look at my gross margin percentages, they haven't changed very much. Operating income as a percentage has gone up. My percentage of sales have stayed the same. So far I'm feeling like the company's in pretty good shape and they're very stable. And I would just mention some of these ratios that told me that to prove my point. And then I look at inventory, and their inventory costs are rising, but their ratio and their days to sell have again stayed about the same, which is pretty good. Chapter 6. Now they're a little bit less than the industry average. So that's a little bit of a negative. I'd have to look into that more if I thought that would change my opinion. Their bad debt expense is good. Only 2% of their receivables are doubtful. So you might say, well, I've said all positive things about this company, but I lost money. And that is true, but honestly, $2.15 is 1%. And I would say that based on the last few years, because you always have to look at the economy and other factors. And honestly, the fact that people weren't driving very much and the supply chain issues, you would think that 2020 would have been a much worse year for them. So I would say all in all, it's a good company. And I think I would probably invest in it if I was interested in investing in this market. So you would write your conclusions about your company up, 3 to 4 paragraphs. Now, the best way to do that would be go ahead and do it in Word and then just copy and paste it as an object in here. So I will open up Word and just show you how to do that really quickly with the paragraph that I already have. Let's see if I can just find. I'll just open this up for my graduate class. And let's just say, here's my paragraphs. So I'm just going to copy it after it looks nice in Word. And I'm going to paste special. And I'm going to paste it as a Microsoft Word document object. And you can see it comes out really, really nicely in here. And I can actually even move it around and center it. And that way it looks very nice, and it looks just like it was word processed. And that way you can get all your misspellings, do your spell check, all that, make sure it looks nice, all of your different things. So that's it. One more to go and we'll be done. Thanks so much.